If you lived in the Tang Dynasty around 700 AD and your body ached with exhaustion, your skin looked pale, and your menstrual cycles were irregular or painful, you might have been given a bright crimson thread, dried, delicate, and worth more than gold. Now, it wasn't just a spice, it was medicine. And today, science is finally catching up to what traditional Chinese medicine physicians knew over 1,000 years ago. So what's the real story behind saffron? Now, saffron isn't just rare, it's sacred. Harvested by hand from the purple Crocus sativus flower, each thread is a single stigma, and it takes over 75,000 flowers to make 1 pound of saffron. But long before saffron became a luxury item in modern kitchens, it was a prized botanical in traditional medicine, especially in Persia, India, and China. Now, in Chinese medicine, saffron is called fan hong hua. We say it enters the heart and the liver channels. And what is its primary function? We say that it moves the blood. So in traditional Chinese medicine terms, it invigorates blood, dissolves blood stasis, and cools the blood. But what does that actually mean in plain language? It helps with pain from poor circulation. It can regulate menstrual irregularities, especially painful menses. It eases emotional stagnation like depression, grief, and heartache. And it's even used in formulas for postpartum recovery and trauma. In short, Honghua is medicine for the blood and for the heart-mind. Now, it's also an ancient tool for emotional healing. In traditional Chinese medicine, we say the blood doesn't just carry nutrients, it carries spirit, what we call shen. When the blood is stuck or deficient, the shen can't settle. That's when you get anxiety, insomnia, depression, even panic attacks. That's why saffron was often used for people suffering not just from physical trauma, but emotional wounds. And now 1,300 years later, modern science is confirming what these ancient doctors knew. So what does the modern science say about saffron, depression, anxiety, and neuroinflammation? Multiple clinical studies now show that saffron can potentially be as effective as Prozac and other SSRIs for mild to moderate depression, can potentially reduce the symptoms of anxiety, irritability, and stress, especially in perimenopausal women. It can support neurotransmitter balance, including serotonin and dopamine, and it has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects in the brain. Now, a meta-analysis from 2018 found that 30 milligrams of saffron daily produced significant improvements in mood, with fewer side effects than standard antidepressants. And another study published in Phytotherapy Research showed it reduced symptoms of PMS, mood swings, and even food cravings. But how does this connect to something like chronic fatigue and burnout? In both traditional Chinese medicine and modern science, the answer lies in the blood. So we say in traditional Chinese medicine, fatigue is often rooted in blood deficiency. For example, leading to poor nourishment of tissues and the brain. Blood stagnation, leading to chronic pain and sluggish metabolism. Or what's called liver constraint, leading to emotional stagnation and stress. And what's special is that saffron addresses all three. And modern studies show that it can improve your mitochondrial function, your sleep quality, and your cortisol balance. So saffron is not just a mood lifter, it's actually a restorative kind of herb. Now, how do you use saffron safely? If you want to try saffron yourself, here's what to know. Number one is look for a high quality pure saffron threads. Like, avoid the cheap powders because they're often fake. In terms of dosage, most studies use 15 to 30 milligrams per day, which is about 2 to 3 threads steeped in warm water or taken in capsule form. It's best taken in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach for absorption, and you should avoid it during pregnancy unless guided by a trained practitioner because it moves blood powerfully. So some of these herbs that are blood movers can potentially cause miscarriage, so be very, very careful if you ever take it around pregnancy. And it also pairs well with other herbs like rose, licorice, or angelica, dangwei, in formulas. So, as always, don't self-medicate. This is a potent medicine. Use it with wisdom. Now, what can we learn from the history of saffron? You know, we live in a time where we try to fix exhaustion with caffeine, emotions with numbing, and burnout with pushing through. But the ancients had a different approach. They treated the blood, they honored the heart-mind, and they trusted the body's ability to heal if you listened to what it really needed. So saffron, or honghua, isn't just a spice. It's a symbol of slow healing, of deep rest, and emotional restoration. And sometimes that's exactly what we're missing. Now, if this video spoke to something deeper in you, and you're dealing with chronic fatigue, burnout, or that kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, I want to invite you to a one-time live online workshop I'm teaching. We're going to dive into how traditional Chinese medicine actually treats chronic fatigue, adrenal burnout, and stress. Not with band-aid solutions, but with the same principles and herbs we talked about today. I'll walk you through the real root causes of fatigue from an Eastern perspective, and what you can start doing right now to rebuild your energy, mood, and vitality from the inside out. Now, spots are limited, so if this resonates, click the link below to join us. I would love to see you there live. If you've made it this far into the video, it probably means this message resonates with you on a deeper level. Maybe you've tried the supplements, the stress hacks, or the lifestyle changes, and something's still missing. That's where personalized care comes in. In my private clinic in Los Angeles or virtually via telemedicine, I work one-to-one with a limited number of people who are done guessing. People who are ready to get to the root cause of their digestive problems, anxiety, insomnia, burnout, or chronic fatigue. This isn't a generic protocol. It's custom classical East Asian medicine designed for your body. So if you want to learn more, check the information below this video or the link below. And if you guys are interested in healing with herbs like saffron, I have another related video for you right up here.